Welcome back to Yoga Express, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. Today we have a fairly new face to Yoga Express, someone who had been dodging our radar for a very long time and finally got drafted onto the mat. We have here in front of you on the screen, as soon as the cameras get to her, we have Alemelu Narayanaswamy, affectionately known as Ali, at Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Ali, as far as I know, the dimension that I know about her, is a bit of a computer whiz. But she also does a lot of stuff at MNN. You're a facilitator here as well, and a producer too.
Yes.
And what was your program about?
My program, when I first began, it was entitled Curry and Spice.
Curry and Spice, okay.
Yes, and it was basically interviews, of people from different walks of life,
right.
Different subjects, far-ranging subjects from philosophy to dance, and it could be anything and everything under the sun.
Do those programs still air? Are you still airing them?
No, I don't air them, but some of those episodes are found on my website.
Okay, what's your website?
www.digitallyspeaking.tv.
Did you get that? Digitallyspeaking.tv. So check out her website. How many episodes do you have on there?
Actually, I have only very few compared to the, I don't know, maybe 400 episodes I have over the years because I started in 2000.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't have the time to put them on.
Yeah. Right, now you're working at MNN as well. Mm-hmm. You're helping us, you're facilitating here. Yep. Plus, Ali also takes care of a lot of the technical side at MNN, right? So even today, you actually came here on your day off to help us with something else, and you got drafted on the mat. So thank you for that. I positively intend to enjoy your energy.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
In case you haven't noticed, the way Ali is seated right now is called Bhardwajasana. Every posture, every move you make, every breath you take can become an aspect or has become an aspect of yoga. Yoga takes from everyday life. It emulates life. It emulates nature, emulates animals, plants. So you have the tree posture. You've got, see how her leg, left leg and her right leg is folded in, left leg. As soon as the cameras go down a little bit, you'll see how her ankle is folded in. In fact, Ali, even when you sat up, I noticed.
Yes.
Right, that's it. Thank you, Jabari. See how she's folded? This is Bhardwajasana. Jabari's got it. And when Ali was sitting, as we started, Ali was actually sitting with her toes curled in. And you might notice, I'm going to turn my back here. And she was actually sitting on her heels. I usually keep my feet flat. Now, you need to know the difference. When you have your toes curled in, just remember there's more pressure on your ankles. She was able to sit that way for quite some time. Obviously, she's got strong ankles. But if you have any concerns about your ankle strength, you want to keep the tops of your feet flat. I tend to do that because I sit for quite some time for long periods of time on my feet with my feet folded up and my butt on my feet, on the soles of my feet. So I want to make sure that I'm not in pain. Ali seemed very comfortable. I don't know. Do you pray like that at home?
Yes,
okay.
I do. I mean, I find it, I don't know. I always feel comfortable doing that.
And you must have strong ankles. That's one thing. You need to know your body's strengths. So make the most of your body, make the most of your strengths, and try and improve on aspects that you feel need improvement. Now, before I forget my manners, I'd like to acknowledge our one-person crew, Jabari Osaze, our director. Thank you so much for hanging in there, Jabari. I hope one of these days you'll join us on the mat. Our facilitator, Malik Parker, is responsible for the studio lights and sounds. Opening track from Sapta Tandavam, and the body music, in a few moments, you'll hear the body music volume come up. That was created by Cesar De Para just for Yogaxpress. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday, Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FIOS 35, 1:30 to 2 p.m. In case you're not sure what our taping schedule is like, we are trying to go live on an experimental basis just for this year. This quarter, we are going live on Mondays, 1:30 to 2. Other days, we're taped. So basically, we tape once a week. So all other days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, are taped episodes. Monday is live. So you can always call in on our live shows as well. Now, and like Ali, you too can be a guest right here, but you can be a voluntary guest. I think I drafted Ali when she was in the middle of her workspace right there. So Ali, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, you're so welcome. I've always wanted to.
You want to stretch with us?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you chose to. I'm glad you agreed to come today.
Yeah.
So Ali, here's what we're going to do. This is my plan. I thought we would do some seated stretches. We did quite a few seated stretches in the last episode as well.
Okay.
But I thought we'll do a few seated and then move on to prone and supine, depending on how much time we have.
Okay.
So we're not going to do standing stretches, but you'll also feel very refreshed in the seated ones. So let's do this. Let's come on our hands and feet. Hands directly below the shoulders and feet or knees directly below the hips. So bring your knees apart, hip width distance. Keep your toes curled in. That's the music by Cesar De Para. Thank you, Jabari. So here's what we're going to do. Keep your fingers nicely splayed, toes are curled in. As we inhale, we're going to dip the middle part of our body and raise the chin, chest, and buttocks up. So we form a concave with our midpoint. And then as we exhale, we'll arch the back and then dip your head down. And we'll uncurl the toes as well. So let's first inhale. Inhale and dip. So bend your elbows. Exhale, arch your back, uncurl your toes. It's called a cat posture, so think of a cat. Let's try that one more time. Curl your toes in, inhale, and dip. Uncurl your toes, arch your back. Let's come into neutral position. Bring your knees a little closer to your palms and very gently. I'm going to sit on my heels just to explain something very briefly. When you get in and out of the cat posture, the spine, the undulating motion of the spine going in and out, actually you should have felt a nice release in your spine. When your spine moves in and out, it's like massaging your spine, but by yourself. You don't have to go to a chiropractor, of course. Chiropractors are the experts in spinal work, but just say you don't have time today. You get a beautiful massage, a self-massage for your spine. So you want to take care.
Yeah.
Feels good. And the more of the cat postures that you do, the more of the movement of the spine. The spine feels nice and limber, very fluid. So let's take our viewers from the cat. We're going to turn into camels. So let's turn to face the front left of the mat. We're coming up on our knees. And again, if you have strong ankles the way Ali does, and if your knees are also strong, I'm sure she has strong knees as well, then you can feel free if you want to. You can curl your toes in, because what we're going to do is we're going to aim to reach our heels behind us. So for me, too much pressure on the knees is a big no. So what I do is I uncurl my toes, and that way there's less pressure on my ankles as well. Place your palms, knees are hip width apart, palms on your buttocks, and notice how Ali's got her toes curled in. So when you're doing that, you want to be extra careful that your buttocks are nice and tight, because you will be bending over backward. So inhale, lift your chin up, open up your chest to take your shoulders back. Exhale, glide your palms down the back of your thighs, and then very gently, right hand reaches for the right heel, left hand reaches for the left heel. Once you've made that connection, tilt your head back, tilt your pelvis forward. Now, if your hands do not reach your heels today, even with your heels up and your toes curled in, that's okay. Don't get discouraged. Make sure that your palms are somewhere in the back of your thighs. You want to keep that connection. Do not suspend your hands in midair. That's the last thing you want to do. Inhale, let's come up, hands back on your buttocks. Exhale, and relax. Let's sit on our heels one more time, and I want to explain very quickly again. The reason you do not suspend any part of your body in midair, the moment you lose connection with your body, tension builds up. So you always want to stay connected with your body. So it doesn't matter if you don't go deep. Now, see if you can bring your knees closer together. But if you have tight quads, and let's say you work out a lot at the gym, you probably do have tight quads, you can bring your knees out a little bit. So you form a nice V. I'm going to come in this direction. So, now Ali, this is a little bit of a back bend, and Jabari, I don't know which camera our director is using, but let's do one thing. Let's face each other. So Jabari can get me in profile, and then you're facing me.
Yeah.
So this way, whichever profile he gets, viewers can also see in profile how to get the elbows down. So you want to sit on your heels, and this time, Ali, you want to uncurl your toes because you're going to go back. So keep your feet flat.
All right.
Very gently, and you don't have to go too deep. Remember, viewers, you just go as deep as your body allows you. For those of you who want to go a little further, very gently lower one elbow, and I'm going down with the right and then the left. Once your elbows are down, tilt your head back. Now, you don't have to get your elbows down. You can keep your elbows straight up. Let me see. Yes, the way Ali has, and you still get a beautiful back bend. You want to make sure you keep your buttocks nice and tight. Protect your low back. It's very important. Now, inhale, press with your palms, and let's come up very gently.
That was tough.
Well, it felt tough because you probably haven't done back bends in a while, but you made the connection, and that was important. Your hands went down, so you have support. You didn't suspend your hands in mid-air, and that's important. And if it's tough, you challenge yourself and you stayed there, so thank you. Now you're going to feel a wonderful release. We're going to do a beautiful forward fold. And this time, one more time. This time it's okay. If you want to stay on your toes, curled in, that's fine. I'm going to keep my feet flat. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your palms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together. Exhale, fold from the hip. Now remember, tighten your lower abdominal muscles, curl up your back, and fold forward. You don't have to come all the way. Just get your palms down, and then if you can, once your palms are all the way down, try to press your buttocks down. So you want to try and keep the lower abdominal region nicely compressed over your upper thighs, the front of your upper thighs. Keep your elbows straight, elbows are off the ground. Now tighten your lower abdominal muscles, bring your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Slow, controlled motion. Exhale and release. Now, as we had our arms stretched out, not only did we get a wonderful tricep stretch, we also got a beautiful lumbar stretch. So the whole spine got a beautiful release. So the whole spine became nice and elongated. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down, left heel under the right buttock. You know, the other thing I wanted to mention, when you sat in Bhardwajasana, that's also, I like to call it the bridal pose.
Oh, really?
Brides in South India. Actually, brides in South India probably sit like this too, right?
Yeah.
Now, Ali is seated in a posture called the bride. I call it the bridal pose.
The bridal pose.
You come from the same place as I do, Chennai, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you know that.
Yep.
Tuck your left heel under your right buttock. And remember, for this posture, if you have tight abductor muscles on the outside of your thighs, you don't have to go too deep. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Now you could stay here. And when you have your right foot over, you want to make sure the front of your right foot faces the front of the mat. Now, if you wish, you can go a little deeper, but wherever you are is fine because you're going to do a little bit of a twist. Make your adaptation. You don't have to go too deep. You should feel the twist. Push your right knee in and torque your upper body to the right. You're already quarter way there. Hold on to the right knee with the right hand. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Now dip. You don't have to go over the right knee, but if you can, do that. Dip your left elbow over the right knee and then either place your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Very smart. See how Ali has made a very intelligent adaptation. Even before I told her, she wiggled her right foot forward. That's exactly what you need to be doing. If this is a posture that's unfamiliar to you, you want to make sure that your body is comfortable before you go too deep. Now, you can place your left palm over your right thigh, or I come undone, so I need to hold on to something. So I'm going to try and hold on. I need to go a little closer. Hold on to my left knee. Now, once you've made that connection, you want to turn. Take your right hand behind you. Turn to look back. I'm going to just place my hand over Ali, and I are going to stay in tune, in sync with each other. Now, inhale, release, and let's turn to face the front. And then untangle your legs. Let's switch legs. Tuck your right foot under the left buttock. Cross your left foot over the right knee. Now you want to make sure the front of your left foot faces the front of the mat. Push your left knee in to the right. Torque your upper body to the left. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Either hold on to your right knee, or you can place your right hand over your left thigh, and then I'm going to make my little adaptation right there. Wiggle my left foot forward. Take your left hand behind you, turn to look back. Now this twist, especially twists like this, Ali, they feel amazing, especially when you come out of the twist, because what's happening, let's inhale and we come out, we'll explain to our viewers as well. Inhale and release. Extend your left leg out. Keep your right leg folded in. What happens is every time we twist, we're depriving the upper and lower regions of the body because they're going in opposite directions. We're depriving it of fresh oxygen and blood. So when we untwist, what's happening is fresh blood rushes in. With it, the fresh oxygen, and it energizes the glands and organs. That's why you feel such relief when you untwist.
It feels good though.
Feels wonderful,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Twists are really amazing, and what really encourages me is I know people talk about six-pack, and I joke about it and say I have a 12-pack. It literally does help us. The more twists, I really need to work on my twist, but it literally does make your midriff feel very supple. So you actually feel wonderful. It's a nice release, and it energizes us. So why not? We get a multiple workout. Keep your right foot, the sole of the right foot is very close to the inside of your upper left thigh. We're just doing a counter stretch for that, and then we're going to move on to a few. We did the balance. We did do the balance. Hold on to your right ankle with your left hand. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, wrap your right hand around your right knee. Take your left hand from behind. Clasp the opposite fingers. Now, this is a good time for us to demonstrate how to use. Now, this is an unfamiliar posture for Ali. She has not practiced this one in a while, so we're going to use this. You've never done this. So this is a great time to use a prop. We're going to use a belt just to help her make that connection. So, Ali, you're going to take your left arm in front. That's it. Take this, hold on to the belt, and then take your, this is your right arm, sorry. Take your left hand behind you. No, from below. That's it. Beautiful. Okay. Just hold on to it. That's it. And every day, you just inch your left hand closer to the right. So every day you're getting the distance closing in till one day you don't need the belt. So props are there for a reason. Props are there. They're like training wheels. Props are only needed for as long as you really need them. When you don't need the props, get rid of them. You want to rely on your body. You don't want to get dependent. So whenever you have a prop and you need it, please feel free to use it. Let's switch legs. Extend. Now, did we have the right leg? We folded the right. So extend the right leg out. Fold the left knee in. Hold on to the left ankle with the right hand. And then bring your left knee out a little bit to the side. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale. Wrap the left hand, and you want to bring that belt, and I'm going to help you on this side. Wrap the left hand around. Very nice. Ali has got a very flexible elbow, so she's able to turn her arm, so which means she will not, it won't take her very long to get her palms together, because the moment you're able to turn, you're already giving yourself that extra flexibility. So it's only a matter of retraining neglected muscles. Take your right hand from behind, clasp the opposite elbows, or use your prop or the belt, as Ali is demonstrating, and then every day wiggle your hands a little closer. Look over your left shoulder till you complete the twist. Inhale and release. Now, Ali, are you comfortable doing prone and supine? Supine, I think you will like it.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing. Prone postures on your belly. Did you just have lunch or something?
No, not at all. But this one we just did was really difficult.
Right. No, I know it was, but we needed that to counter the other stretch.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So because one was a side twist and the other one you need to go forward to balance the body. I was going to take us through some prone stretches.
Yeah.
You're okay. Because for those of you at home, if you're not familiar, if you've just had a meal, and especially if it's a bigger meal, one of the main meals, you want to avoid prone stretches. So I want to be very careful. Naturally, we don't want to throw up, right? Let's come down on our belly. So we're going to come down, heads to the camera. TV posture. You know, this is literally, it's called makar or crocodile in yoga, but I call it the TV posture.
TV posture.
So I've got my toes curled in, but we're not just going to stay there.
This is very relaxing.
It is very relaxing. So you could sit in front of the TV, keep your toes curled in, tighten your buttock muscles, and just watch TV. There you go. Have you ever seen crocodiles watch TV? There you go.
We are a couple of crocodiles, yes.
We're a couple of crocodiles here.
Yeah, watching TV.
So now from a crocodile, we're going to go into a posture called the cobra. See, when I talk about animals in yoga, that's what we do. Press your palms. Palms are directly below the shoulders. Now your toes are curled in the beginning of this posture. When your knees are nicely settled, you want to uncurl your toes. So keep the tops of your feet flat on the mat. Keep your elbows close to you. Now, very gently, cobra is one of the few postures, especially in our sequence in our program, where you start with your forehead to the ground. Think of a real snake. Cobra, king cobra, with its forehead to the ground. Press with your palms. Press with the tops of your feet. Inhale and lift. So come up like a slow, dangerous cobra. So we're not very dangerous cobras. Now you want to make sure you tighten your buttock muscles. You're pressing with the tops of your buttocks. And then tighten your buttock muscles to protect your low back. And then if you are comfortable, keep your feet down, and then you can try and take your palms off. That means you're actually helping, your low back is helping hold your posture. Very gently, palms back on the mat, forehead to the ground. And then we're going to straighten, we're going to make sure that our feet, the tops of our feet are flat, and then come down with the chin. Now, we're going to take you through another posture called the locust. Here's what I want you to do. First, make a fist with your hands. Tuck your thumbs into your palm. Fold your fingers over your thumbs. So you're making a nice, gentle, soft fist. And then tuck your fist into the groin region, the pelvic region. I need to take my fancy watch off. What is this? Is called a skin watch or something, but it's very useful. Mm-hmm. Place your fists in the groin region. That's to make sure you're in the pelvic region. So make sure you do not hurt yourself. Chin is to the ground, tops of your feet flat. Here's what we're going to do. You want to make sure your shoulders and chin stay down. As we inhale, tighten your buttock muscles and lift just the legs off of the mat. It doesn't matter how high you go, but keep your upper body down. Inhale and lift. You don't have to go very high. The idea is just to isolate your muscle groups. It's all about focus. Exhale and release. Very gently take your palms out, or your fists out rather. Extend your palms out in front of you. Open up your palms. Palms are facing each other. Chin is to the ground. Once again, tighten your buttock muscles to protect your low back. Inhale. As we inhale, we're going to lift our arms and our legs off of the mat in boat position. Inhale and lift. Now, remember to tighten your buttock muscles, use your back muscles, low back, and then protect yourself. Exhale and release. We have the cue from our director. We have 5 minutes, so that's a very luxurious amount of time. We should be able to comfortably finish all the supine postures also. Fold your legs in. Hold on to the left ankle with the left hand, right ankle with the right hand. And then as you do that, as you try and make that connection, your knees will start to come out. Now, if they do come out, you want to first try and bring your knees closer in, because the closer your knees are, the more challenging the posture gets. But if you're very tired today, you can bring your knees out. That's okay, because the idea is to...
I'm able to catch only one.
That's okay. That's a very good point you brought up. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this posture, because Ali probably has tight quads, so she's holding on to one ankle at a time, and that's perfectly okay. What you want to make sure is you get your stretch on both sides. So if you do one ankle at a time, And when you lift your upper body and your knee up on one side, while I'm holding, you may want to do the other side as well.
Okay.
So you just want to make sure both sides get a workout. For those of you, and also you can bring your knees further out. That might help you. Might find
I see.
If you
Okay.
bring your knees out, your ankles come closer. But that's okay. One
Yeah.
side at a they do.
They
There you
do.
go. Okay, so good.
I have to do
Now,
that, yes.
That's fine. Bring your knees out. Whatever works for your body, each body is different. Chin is to the ground. Tighten your low back muscles, tighten your buttock muscles. Inhale and lift your knees, chin and chest. It doesn't matter again how high you go. The idea is just to try and see if you can take your body up. And you want to rock from side to side, give yourself a bit of a massage. Anytime you want to come down, come down. If you feel like going right back up, it's just a back strengthener. So feel free, take yourself right back. And actually we're going to go almost in the posture that Ali is right now, but I'm going to curl my toes in, press with the palms, inhale, and let's come up. This alligator is getting too comfortable. We're going to go into a frog position. Knees are directly below the hips. Toes are curled in. Very gently lower the elbows one at a time. Clasp your palms together. Now, here's what you want to do. This may seem like a very simple, inadequate posture, but really it's an amazing time to learn to do what we call belly breathing. Like a frog, inhale through the belly, fill your belly with air. Exhale through the belly. One more time. Inhale through the belly. Exhale through the belly. Now for the big punishment, Ali. Both hands directly below the shoulders. Toes are curled in. I don't know about you, but this next one is my least favorite posture. Raise the knees in plank position. Now for girls, this is an exceptionally difficult posture because many of us typically don't have strong arms. So if you don't feel very strong in the arms, you can come forward. Very gently, lower your knees down. I don't like this too much, so I come down as quickly as I can.
This was nice.
See, this is what I mean. Look at this girl. She loves this posture, so you must have very strong shoulder muscles. See, if you have strong shoulders, you're able to hold your body up. For me, I have a big butt, so for me, leg postures are easier. So it depends, whatever your body is accustomed to. Let's come in supine position. I notice the credits rolling, so before we get timed out, I'd like to acknowledge our crew, our one-person crew, Jabari Osazi. Thank you so much. Jabari is our director and has been for some time. We appreciate your help, Jabari. Malik Parker, responsible for the studio lights. Body music by Cesar De Para. Opening music from Sapta Tandavam. Let's come on our back, Ali. We're going to come down in supine position with our heads to the camera. I'm going to take off my wonderful plastic clip. And then extend your legs out. Place your palms under your buttocks. And then extend your legs out. Keep your feet flexed. Engage your low abdominal muscles. Inhale. Lift your legs off the floor. And come in an L position. Hold it right there. Now the next posture is not necessarily about strength. It's not necessarily about flexibility. It's about abdominal strength. And not all of us have that abdominal strength, especially if you're new to it. So here's what we're going to do. Engage your abdominal muscles, upper and lower. Tighten them. Inhale. Lift your buttocks off of the floor as much as you can. And if you're not, that's fine. If you're not going to do that today, that's perfectly okay. Keep your legs up, Ali. Just bring your legs up in L. That's it. Hold it right there.
Yeah.
And as we come down, we'll come down very slowly. So don't come down just yet. I'll join you. Now, for many of the participants, they're able to get their toes all the way overhead. For me, this is my limit. Very gently. And this is great, actually, to activate the thyroid. Lower the buttocks down. Use support. Keep your hands down. Very gently. Stay with me, Ali. And then keep your head down as you come, as you lower the buttocks. Then let's come into Matsyasana. Matsya is fish. We have the closing Om, so we probably will close with the next couple of postures. Hands directly above. Jabari, are we still there? Okay. Hands are under the buttocks. Keep your legs